Yes, people, welcome back to your official match preview for one of the most important games against Nottingham Forest since the 80s.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. Smash that like button. Get your comments in. I want lineup predictions. I want score predictions because this one is going to be an absolute heartbreaker if we don't get the 3 points. So we're going to be at Box Park, Liverpool for this game. So if you're in town, get yourself down to the Baltic and watch the game with us. We do fan cams, we do match day vlogs, great food and drink in Box Park as well. So make sure you see us there. Good to have you back on, Doyle. Go and subscribe to Doyle's channel. We've got it in the title for you. Arne Slot has done a press conference for this game this morning, Doyle. And some really good quotes coming out of this, including the fact that only Gomez and Nunes aren't available for this game. So pretty much a full selection. Gomez wouldn't have played in this one anyway, I don't think, but he's out injured. Nunes obviously suspended, but it was Nunes that scored that 100th minute winner at this ground last year. And I remember where I was, Doyle, right? I was going to see my dad. I was with, was I with Tegan? I think I was with Tegan. Sammy was there as well. And James was there as well. And I was on the train. Tegan was definitely there. And I remember my dad was ready to pick me up. And I started filming my instant match reaction, right? Saying this is shit, 0-0, not good enough. And let's be honest, last season they were a team in the relegation scraps,
so
right?
We should have been battered.
We should have smoked them, and it was Darwin that got the winner. Halfway through filming my instant match reaction, the notification came in that he scored. I went mad. I was doing laps, mate.
Yeah.
I burnt about 100 calories celebrating that goal. Unbelievable finish to the game. We didn't care how we won it. We won it. Great little stand-up cross from Maka on his left foot, and Nunes flicks it in. Unbelievable. It made everyone love Darwin Nunes once more. Not quite the same love for him at the minute, but do you remember this game?
Yeah, I had the same. So I think everyone will have a little. We've all got moments of late winners, right? The best way to win a game is a very last late minute winner. I was in the pub watching it on my laptop, and I was looking at it. It was the 94th, 95th minute. No, I don't.
Was it that
top of the road? Bear Cage, I think it's called.
Where was that?
Just top of the road by us.
By
Sat there having a little pint. Game was crap. Shut my laptop thinking this is off. I'm going home. I don't even want to stay out now. Literally went to put my laptop in my bag, and as I turned around, the big screen and said Sky Sports Liverpool 1-0, and I was literally on top of the table before I could even realise that I was on top of the table, screaming, jumping my head off because we were fighting for the title at that point, right?
We were.
And we've just won last minute again. It was unbelievable, and there's no better way to win a game, and that's exactly why we fell in love with Nunes, because he does mad stuff like that. But this year, I would like a different performance. I'd like a different performance than the one that we had at Anfield as well, mate. Because this is the most informed team in Europe.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know how it's possible. I really don't. And Slot said on losing to Forest at home in September, now looking at where they are in the league, it's not as big as a shock as it looked back then.
Yeah.
And he's spot on with that.
Correct,
He says Nuno's doing an incredible job, but if you look at the money they've spent, it's not a complete surprise. Little shot thrown out in there.
It's true. They
but
bought 18
true.
players at one point, lads.
And yeah, like I said, Gomez still quite far from a return, hasn't joined team training yet.
He's injured them,
but he gives a lot of credit, and he says Forest are up there with us. They're definitely a team that are in a competition for us. They deserve to be treated like this. Look at how they play and their results. It will be a very difficult challenge to get the result. In this thumbnail, we've got Arne Slot dressed as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it says, "I'll be back." Arnie wants revenge in this one. And, you know, over the months, and it was your birthday when we lost the game, over the months since that, he's just brought them up randomly in press conferences that aren't even against Forest, saying
that is mine, lad.
It's played on his mind. I don't think Arne Slot has ever wanted to win a game more than this game.
This is what's giving
and
me
that
a
will
little
play
bit.
on his mind.
Without
the
doubt.
revenge factor.
It was his only game we lost before Tottenham all year. Oh no, it was Tottenham.
No, it was the only game he lost in 2024, bro.
It was.
They're the blot on his record for last year.
That's mad. You'd be looking at that going, if only they didn't beat me, it would have been an unbeaten record. That would have been incredible. But I've been nervous about this for the last week, honestly. Like, this is being stapled in my mind. I didn't even think about Tottenham, and I didn't even think about Accrington Stanley. As soon as that Premier League game finished against Man United, I was like,
Forest next.
Forest, this is heavy. But the thing that's given me a little bit of confidence is exactly what you just said. Arne Slot has come in and been a massive consultant for Liverpool. That's what it's been like. He's come in and tweaked everything and just made it work. So that tells me his tactical nous and his methodicalness and guile to learn what he needs to learn for the team is there, right? So that tells me he's going to be observing Nottingham Forest. And he will have been doing that since we've been beat by them. And he'll be looking at weak points in their team, how he can get at them. And honestly, it's going to be difficult because they play a very low block, mate. They are difficult to break down. And when they get their chances, they take them. It's as simple as that. So Liverpool have always struggled traditionally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Liverpool have always traditionally struggled with playing against a low block and a counter-attack team that can hit us quickly and be clinical with it. But Arne Slot, he's just given me the confidence that if he can work this out, and he's worked so many things out this season, he played against Fulham with 10 men and tweaked it like 5 times in 10 minutes. He's that man. That's the only thing that's giving me confidence. The full team is back, the full strength. The lads are up for it. We've just got to want it more than Nottingham Forest. And how do you want the Premier League more than a team that hasn't been here for 30, 40 years? It's hard to beat that motivation, lad. But we have to need it more.
We have to, mate. We have to. And this is the first of 2 away games this week for Liverpool. Season-defining week, as we said on Hot Topics. I think the lineup prediction's pretty easy for this one.
Yeah, we should do it now.
Ali, Trent, Konate, Virgil, Robbo.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Ryan,
Virgil,
Maka.
Konate, Ali, and Robbo all got a rest at the weekend.
Yeah.
Ryan, Maka, and Soboslai.
Yeah.
Fresh Soboslai as well. No illness now,
Missed you
hopefully.
so much, brother.
Yes.
So much,
yes.
lad.
He's actually got the little Nike headband now because his
Belter.
hair's
If that makes you
getting
go
long.
faster, lad, oh my God.
Yeah, aerodynamism, if that's even a word.
Fantastic.
So that's the midfield and the defence. Up front, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo. And then bring Jota on. Bring Chiesa on. Bring Elliott on. Bring Jones on.
Put Diaz down the middle. I don't necessarily like him down the middle, to be quite honest with you.
Murillo and Milenkovic, big lads as well.
Massive,
Kicking, they like to kick.
Yes, they do.
But
I
Jota,
Jota coming on at 60th minute is always deadly. He really finds pockets of space, and he finds the moments that where players that have played for an hour, 70 minutes, don't have the focus to cover. He finds it all the time. And so I do like the idea of Jota coming in on the 60th or 70th, having more of an impact than somebody like Diaz would coming in on the 60th or 70th. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Diaz starts games better than Jota, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Jota's impact is undoubted. It's there. So just keep playing the way we've been playing, and when he'll score.
I think they're the 4 subs that happen.
Mo Salah needs to turn around this game, by the way.
Mo Salah needs a big game.
He's disappeared the last few games.
Yeah.
I'm quite honest with you, lad. Tomorrow, he has to be the star man again for us, lad, because we need him.
Take it on your shoulders and win us the game,
Desperate
Mo.
for you to win, lad.
And like I said, off the bench, you've got Chiesa, Tsimikas could come on, Endo could come on, Elliott, Jones, Jota. It's a good bench.
Yep.
It's a very good bench that you can change and win the game. Obviously, they've got threats as well. You look at Callum Hudson-Odoi, who obviously scored that great winner against us, Morgan Gibbs-White.
Chris Wood, lad.
Chris Wood.
Mate,
Wood Naldo.
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on.
It makes me
Big
happy,
him up,
right?
though, because
Newcastle bought him to stunt Burnley in their season, and he never scored a ting for Newcastle. Couldn't give him a goal. And you know
and
what?
then he
I'm
scored a
glad
hat-trick
that he
against
didn't.
them for Forest last year.
And now he's gone to Forest, he's scoring bags goals, and it makes me happy a little bit because he only did that to stunt Burnley, so now you got your can.
I think he's the only player from New Zealand I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I think you're right, lad.
I mean, let us know in the chat. I remember loads of Australian players, but New Zealand, I mean, they're the All Blacks, aren't they? They're not really known as a
Rugby.
footballing nation or a soccer nation, whatever you want to call it. But he's a proper journeyman. He's been around for years now, and he's played for about 20 clubs, and he's found a team that he can actually bag loads of goals for.
He's got a little cultured finish on him now.
Yeah,
See the lob
he
he
is.
did the other day?
Yeah,
That
really
was
good
naughty,
finish.
that.
Good
I'm worried
finish.
about this team without a
Was
shadow
that
of a doubt.
away at Everton? Was that one?
I think so,
I
yeah.
think they beat Everton, didn't they? So home or away, defensively very strong. They don't have that much possession, but you'd expect that. But again, they go on the counter-attacks and they can hurt you. I think the goal that they scored at Anfield, I think Conor Bradley was playing. And, he had to get a lot closer. It was a counter-attack as well. So we have to beat them. Arnie's revenge, right? This is the one where he gets it and he gets that win over Forest finally. And score prediction time.
Do you know what I'm hoping for?
I want an
Nottingham
early
Forest
goal.
haven't been in this position ever. I mean, they have 40 years ago, but let's just say ever, right? Because this team and these players have never been in this position. So I'm hoping for a moment like Chelsea had. The second you get into a driving seat position, they absolutely fall apart with the pressure that it brings. Because, yes, they're going to have massive motivation tomorrow, but they're also going to have massive pressure now because it's going to be, we can win this league, We're close to winning this league. Just go for it. I know Liverpool have the same pressure as well, but we've been there and done this type of battling for the league before, and we've dealt with it. So let's just see how that battle plays out mentally. I hope that Liverpool are able to use their expertise and their experience to get over the line. That's an edge that they don't have. That's the one edge that we do have. So
score prediction.
Score prediction. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going with that as well.
Yeah.
I'm going with that as well. I'd take the 1-0. Would you take a draw if someone offered you right now?
I don't want. No, it's got to be a win. We've got to win. There's no more dropping points. We've got 6-point buffer. Doesn't matter. Soon as that someone sniffs 3 points, they're 3 points away from you. They can get you. Remember when we were following City, 3 points, 2 points. The fight is still there. You've got to keep teams morally, motivationally out of the fight, right? So if they see us 6-9 points ahead, every time they go to play a football game, they're already
especially because we've played before.
Yeah.
We're playing on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and we could. Do you know what? This sounds mad. If we win both of our games this week and Arsenal drop points,
yes, brother, we've got to do that to them.
The
They
league
can't
could be
lads.
semi-wrapped.
No doors, no losses. Have to win tomorrow. I want to be screaming. And
I don't want a
tomorrow.
voice on Wednesday.
What?
I don't want to have a voice on Wednesday.
This is huge, lad. Like, brother, we've got to win this league. We can't afford to draw anymore. I want to morally. What's the word I'm looking for right now, lad? I want to demotivate other teams below us. I want to make sure they look at Liverpool and think there's no chance of catching these. So every time they go to play a football game, their motivation is already shot because they think I can't do it. We can't do this. But the very moment you give a team like Arsenal or City a sniff of anything, they will take it, lad. They'll build momentum from that. So we've got to not let anyone do it.
Just before we go, both got a 2-1 prediction. Let us know yours in the chat.
Yes, please.
Are they title contenders, Nottingham Forest?
Absolutely. Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, you cannot be second behind the first team as close as they are in a big game like this and they say that they're not title contenders. Yes, they are. They're the only team to beat the top of the league, Liverpool.
Who would have thought that at the start of the season? Unbelievable. Right, smash that like button, get your comments in. Like I said, we're going to be at Box Park Liverpool for this one tomorrow. In my opinion, this is the most important Premier League game of the season so far. So we have to win. Smash that like button, get your comments in, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you're going to be seeing me outside Box Park tomorrow night with a big smile on my face. And then I'm going to the Brentford game on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff as well. So if you're going, give me a shout. We'll have a little beer in the concourse. But yeah, good video. Cheers, mate. Must win. We'll see you soon. Take care.